Now your tailgate party report for the Wednesday conference tournaments, major conference tournaments. March Madness brought to you by OffshoreInsiders.com, www.offshoreinsiders.com. Washington State and Colorado. Washington State 4-11 following the straight-up loss. 3-9 against teams with a winning percentage of above 600. 4-12 to the Pac-12. 4-12 versus a team with a winning straight-up record. 2-8 after allowing more than 90 points in the previous game. Colorado is 4-1 overall, but 4-10 against teams with a losing straight-up record. New Orleans and Southwest Louisiana. New Orleans is 8-18 following a straight-up win. Southwest Louisiana 12-5 overall run. St. Louis against George Mason. St. Louis 15-31 to the Atlantic 10. 18-45 overall. 5-16 following a spread win. 1-8 on neutral courts. George Mason not any better. They're 16-34 versus a team with a winning percentage below 400. 16-39 following a spread win. 15-37 following a straight-up win. DePaul versus Georgetown. DePaul 16-34 versus teams with a losing straight-up record. 5-16 on neutral courts. Georgetown 1-6 against teams with a winning percentage below 400. Continuing with spread betting trends brought to you by OffshoreInsiders.com. Oklahoma State and Kansas State. Oklahoma State is 1-5 overall, 1-7 following a double-digit home loss. Kansas State is 4-1 against teams with a losing record. Georgia Tech and Clemson. Tech is 6-2 following a spread win. Clemson 10-4 against teams with a winning straight-up record. And continuing with these spread betting trends, Rice against Charlotte. Rice is 20-41 against teams with a losing straight-up record. 7-18 overall, 3-13 against Conference USA. Charlotte on a 15-6 overall run. San Jose State and Colorado State. San Jose State 8-2 following a spread win, 1-6 on neutral sites. Colorado State 16-38 following a straight-up win, 1-6 against teams with a losing straight-up record. Rutgers and Nebraska. Scarlet Knights of Rutgers 16-36 following a spread win. Nebraska 6-0 against teams with a losing straight-up record. Auburn and Tennessee. Auburn 4-9 overall, 3-7 following a straight-up loss. Volunteers are 8-2 following a double-digit loss at home. 10-3 against teams with a winning percentage below 400. And they are on an 0-4 overall skid. Texas Christian against Texas Tech. TCU 5-0 on neutral courts. They are 3-9 against teams with a winning straight-up record. Texas Tech 12-3 following a straight-up win and 1-6 on neutral courts. LaSalle against Duquesne. Duquesne is 10-2 against teams with a losing straight-up record. UCLA and USC. UCLA 0-5 on neutral courts. USC is 1-5 to the Pac-12. St. John's and Marquette. St. John's 6-14 following a ATS loss. Marquette 19-41 to the Big East. 1-7 against teams with a losing straight-up record. Florida International and UTEP. Florida International 8-2 following a straight-up loss. UTEP is 1-4 overall. Florida State against Virginia Tech. Florida State 9-3 following a straight-up win of more than 20 points. Virginia Tech has covered 5 straight, and they're 16-5 to the Atlantic Coast Conference. Arizona State and Oregon State. ASU is 7-20 on neutral courts. Oregon State 14-6 against teams with a losing straight-up record, and 2-7 following an ATS win. Again, for the absolute best premium picks, it's only OffshoreInsiders.com. Everything exclusively, all the best picks from all the best handicappers in their highest-rated sports are from the Master Lock Line on OffshoreInsiders.com, and of course, the king of forensic handicapping. is Stevie Vincent. Legendary Stevie Vincent, and his plays are also exclusively on OffshoreInsiders.com.